videos that have leaked online of Colleen treating children very inappropriately at her live show.
What it is, guys, it's your boy BlastphamousHD, and today we're here to watch how Colleen Ballinger destroyed her career, aka she's into the young people. I want to reserve judgment on if she really did it or not, because I don't even know who she is, and I'm not gonna say she did it until I see evidence, because I already know from being a YouTuber myself that people will literally just say anything if they think that they can take you down. And cancel culture, that's just the way it is. The internet, it's a volatile type of thing. Let's do it. If you guys don't watch the original video, the link should be in the description down below. It is by none other than Cruel World Happy Mind.
Colleen is the best. She is the most hateful, shadiest.
Can't do anything without offending someone.
What's your job description? Like, I am an entertainer, I am a what?
Yeah,
I'm an actress, I am a singer.
I am an idiot, I guess.
I like that.
I can't admit it. You sound so stylish.
This is who she really is. She uses kids for her own gain.
My parents started getting a little bit more cautious and were wondering why a 30-year-old was talking to, at this time, a 13-year-old.
She was on a smear campaign of me.
Oh, I am not going to ask what I was gonna ask.
Idol, in every sense of the word, was like actively trying to take me down.
Reputation's deceased.
Show your titty.
Why do the most horrible people at times become the most loved?
I loved it so much. It was very fun.
We were all minors when this happened. Colleen was, in her 30s.
We used to have very little insight into the world of the most famous, but with the rise of online stardom, what you say stays online forever, and who you are to your core eventually comes to light. And lately, beloved online celebrity Colleen Ballinger's true nature has come to light.
Colleen exploited my minor body for entertainment and money and did not protect my safety. This is who she really is. She uses kids for her own gain. I was a minor, and again, she did not protect me.
And what has surfaced has been so dark and so scary that there's absolutely no recovering from it. There's no coming back.
This is gonna be
There's
attractive.
no wiping the
This is
dirt
gonna be a
and
good one.
grime and
be a
returning
good one.
back to a clean image. Because is there anything as dark and evil as corrupting children? YouTubers with child audiences carry so much power and even more responsibility. And yet, those who are influencing children, filling their screens, interacting with them online and in real life, are sometimes the most dangerous people, the most insidious, the most manipulative. Lately, there have been allegations that Colleen Ballinger, online celebrity and inspiration to many children, has actually been grooming children, manipulating them, and having children work for her as unpaid interns.
Hey, look, everybody uses children for unpaid labor. Come on now. What, you ever did chores? Yeah, that's right. Unpaid labor? What? You ever had to do the dishes? You took out the trash?
No allowance for me growing.
There ain't no allowance, nigga. You know what the allowance was? Every time you even hinted to want money, all you got was a rundown of how many bills that you didn't pay was in the house. Yo, can we have a McDonald's? At McDonald's, you got McDonald's money? Exactly. I just got to pay the electricity bill. And if you want to play your Xbox, but you don't want to pay the electricity bill, you think that shit. I'm not.
You go play the game, you can't get no McDonald's.
So now that I'm of age, why should I let a child around me unless it's gonna wash my walls? Yeah, yeah, I'm saying. Clean the house. But then again, I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no kids, nigga.
Maybe if they're not your kids, that's what the issue is.
Yeah,
if they're not your kids.
Then they can't be here. I don't fucking want. I ain't about to watch no kids, nigga.
I'm talking about child labor for like having free child.
Oh, he's talking about that Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory type shit. Like if I got a bunch of kids at my crib, they're all wearing orange and jumpsuits and cleaning my pool and grooming my dogs. Child laws are shit. How he's getting away with this, making us wash all of his fucking shit.
Wash
So you were saying it's more than tea.
Yes, content creators online are a new situation, and the way in which they're able to communicate with their fans is very different than it's ever been.
Are we talking about potential crimes?
There's also been videos that have leaked online of Colleen treating children very inappropriately at her live shows. And I've also
shit. Hold on now. Nigga, wait a minute.
Treating children.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Oh, bro. Colleen is loose. What is going on? She out here dirty dicking, bro. She loose, nigga.
Very inappropriately at her live shows. And I've also found tons of things that Colleen has done over the years, both online and in person, that are wildly inappropriate and cross so many.
Oh, now is that her spreading herself?
No, that looked like a Photoshop picture.
If that's her spreading herself,
look at the face. Look at the
I
body.
see nothing wrong with if that's her spreading herself. I condone this type of stuff.
Boundaries that I'll be discussing in this video. There is a pattern here, a very disturbing pattern here, and my mind is blown that we did not catch this sooner. This is the real story of Colleen Ballinger, who she is, and how the truth of Colleen Ballinger will absolutely destroy her career, and rightfully should, because who she is a horrible person who should not be a role model to children.
So I murdered a dog. I'm Carita. I am Rosa. This is my cousin. Miranda?
As a mother, this topic hits very close to home. I will always defend and protect children. And there are so many in this video who have been deeply affected by Colleen. I think it goes without saying, this video is not going to be an easy watch. This will probably be an upsetting video, especially for those who have undergone past trauma and for those who are parents as well. So I just want to
those who have parents, everybody has parents
for this video. A lot of this is so messed up. Before we get into this more serious video, let's talk about something a little bit more uplifting.
I thought she was about to present her sponsor, nigga. Is this a partnership with the sponsor? Oh, it is. I can't even hate. You know, this is an hour and a half. She deserved to get some bread.
Synopsis.
Colleen Ballinger is mainly known online as her character Miranda Sings.
So that's the lipstick. It always goes above and below. Give a signature smile.
A gimmick she started around 2008 that went on to accumulate millions and millions of followers online. She also has a personal channel under her real name where followers could subscribe and get to know the real her. Once Colleen started having children, she started posting more on her Colleen Ballinger channel and her vlogging channel, and less on the Miranda Sings channel. Colleen was known to be relatively controversy-free, especially when she stopped posting as much Miranda Sings content and branded herself as more of a mommy vlogger. The public perception was that Colleen Ballinger had a relatively clean brand, was generally nice to people, had tons of YouTuber friends, and didn't create any drama.
She's so good at being nice to, like, she'll do collabs with every YouTuber, and they think, like, I'm like Colleen's best friend, and then we get together, and I do the same thing, but then we'll get together, and oh man, they only knew.
But little did everyone know, allegedly, not only was Colleen gossiping about other YouTubers behind their backs the entire time, at least according to Shane Dawson, but a red flag should have been that Colleen was friends with a lot of problematic YouTubers like Trisha Paytas and Shane Dawson.
Colleen is the best. She is the most hateful, shadiest. I love her.
On top of that, Colleen was acting inappropriate with her child fans the entire time she was in the public eye. There were some subtle clues of this.
Because I'm This is gonna sound so creepy. My answer is so creepy. This is gonna sound so bad. I can't admit this. This sounds so pedophile-ish. I can't believe I want to say this. It leaks so much like a little girl's.
But the public really didn't know about this until former fan Adam McIntyre went public with this information in 2020, backing up a lot of his claims with evidence.
In 2016, Colleen and Corey were doing a live stream and they stumbled across my Twitter account. They found my Twitter so funny that they said they needed to send me bra and panties. So I still have this. My mom kept it. I didn't even see these because my mom had just taken them away because she was so shocked. So...
But the allegations completely fell on deaf ears and were largely drowned out by a ton of backlash from the Miranda Sings fandom.
Me, my family, my animals, my friends.
Is that the same woman and or man?
Friends are all being threatened because of Colleen Ballinger and her actions. It happened to me in 2020, whenever I was like a 17-year-old kid, and I had to deal with it then. None of the people got any repercussions.
But now, 3 years later, inspired by another YouTube video exposing Colleen and her fandom, Adam has spoken out again in public videos. And Adam's videos have encouraged more and more people to speak out about the mistreatment of Colleen Ballinger against them when they were still minors. And it seems like there's no end in sight. More and more people are sharing their stories and the backlash is mounting.
What Adam has spoken about in terms of what happened with his situation with Colleen, I think what hit me so hard is just realizing how many similarities I've had with her. I was 15 years old when all of this started happening.
And the stories are absolutely appalling. But before you can really even grasp the magnitude of what Colleen has done to her fans, you have to understand how massive Colleen's career has been. The story of Colleen's rise to fame is almost as fascinating as her massive downfall, considering how many clues are hidden in plain sight as to her true nature and true intentions.
I can't admit this. This sounds so pedophile-ish because
I mean, really, her treatment of fans and some of the creepy things she has done have been there the entire time. On top of that, Colleen has been branded as a nice and good-natured person. So it's been shocking to hear people's accounts of her being a truly mean-spirited person.
She is the most hateful.
But even when you hear about the inspiration of Miranda, you can see her mean-spirited nature was sort of there all along. And it's not like she ever really tried to hide it. So let's start Colleen's story by discussing her rise to fame. Usually, memes or characters will gain popularity on social media for maybe a year or two and then completely die out and most people will forget about them. But the character Miranda Sings went viral in 2008 and stayed popular for a good 10 years, which is a pretty huge and massively successful YouTube career for a meme character to have on the platform.
What's your job description? Like, I am an entertainer, I am a... I'm a what?
Yeah,
I'm an actress, I am a singer, what are you?
I am an idiot, I guess.
I like that. Yeah. What's the difference between her and you? Are you not confident? Are you not confident?
No, I mean, I guess as I've grown up, I've become more aware of what people think of me and, you know, how I talk and how I look and all this stuff. But as a child, I didn't care. I was just me, and I was, you know, if someone says you look pretty, you're like, thank you, I know, when you're a kid. And I think Miranda just never grew out of that phase.
Who knew that a gimmick and a meme character like Miranda Sings could go on to create such a massive career for Colleen Ballinger, who would go on to tour, selling out theaters with millions of child fans, who would send her artwork, buy her Miranda Sings merch, watch her Miranda Sings music videos. And watch her on stage for hours. I would have never thought that a meme as simple as Miranda Sings would go on to last for a 10-year-long career like that. The concept behind Miranda Sings is supposed to be a woman who is comically talentless. A misguided and quirky character who makes videos on her Miranda Sings YouTube channel. In these videos, the character of Miranda Sings is often eccentric,
Give a signature smile.
very egotistical, could be described as narcissistic.
I also swept my dance card once after an audition. On a scale of 10, they gave me, for dance, 10.
But so unaware of their bad qualities that it could often be seen as endearing. In most videos, Miranda sings and dances badly, or gives bad tutorials,
when you are wearing it today. So every time I do my makeup like this, my uncle says I look beautiful.
collabs with other YouTubers,
Miranda?
or reads her hate mail with her famous catchphrase, haters back off.
If you're a hater, this song is for you.
Colleen based the character Miranda Sings partly on some of the YouTube videos that she saw of arrogant singers who thought that posting on YouTube was going to make them famous, but they were just really bad singers.
I was posting like random YouTube videos of me singing, and I saw like related videos of like these teenage girls posting the same songs that I had sung in performance, but alone in their bedroom. Acapella, changing lyrics and doing whatever they wanted with them. And they were terrible, but they were so cocky. And on their YouTube pages, in their profile, they'd be like, I'm doing this to become famous. And I was like, that's so ridiculous. No one gets famous from YouTube. And
That's you, Justin Bieber. But whatever.
Right. Well, exactly.
She also based the character on some young woman she knew in the performance department of her college, Azusa Pacific University. She told the Times of London there were a lot of cocky girls who thought they were really talented, and they were so rude and snotty it drove me nuts. Then I saw all these girls trying to make a career out of putting videos on YouTube, clueless to the fact they were terrible. So basically, the entire character of Miranda Sings was created to make fun of women who thought they were good at singing, but who Colleen actually thought were terrible at singing. And Miranda Sings was Colleen's way of embodying all those women and making fun of them, basically telling them how silly of you to think that you're gonna post on YouTube and get famous for it. I'll show you. I'm gonna post on YouTube making fun of you, turn that into a gimmick character and get famous off of that. I mean, isn't that so mean? The Miranda Sings YouTube channel has more than 2 billion views and 10 million subscribers. And the Miranda Sings character has accumulated more than 12 million TikTok followers and 6 million Instagram followers. Since 2009, in addition to her internet videos, Colleen has presented her character in live comedy acts. At first in cabaret spaces and later in theaters in New York, London, and other cities across the US and in Canada, Europe, Australia, and elsewhere, and is toured regularly since 2014. One of Miranda Sings' 2018 tours was filmed as a 2019 Netflix comedy special. The character Miranda Sings has also appeared in television, in a web series, and tons of other media. Miranda Sings' first network television appearance was in a 2012 episode of the TV show Victorious. In 2014, Miranda Sings guest starred in character on an episode of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee with Jerry Seinfeld, and appeared on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon.
Could you get into character?
You want me to become Miranda?
Is that possible? Could you just
Yeah, I can do it.
You were a totally different person. You were a totally different person than someone who was just sitting here a minute ago.
Jimmy, it's been a while.
In 2015, Miranda Sings released a self-help book that was written in Miranda Sings' voice, titled Self-Help, or Self-Help, that went on to be a New York Times #1 bestseller. Now remember, Miranda Sings' audience is a mainly children's audience. And from what I can gather, this book could have been a good opportunity to genuinely help kids. There are a lot of issues that are unique to children, you know, the school system and social situations, social media, and navigating that whole world, which is something that's uniquely new to younger generations. All of those things, it doesn't seem like Miranda's book tackles any of that and is instead just entirely inappropriate and very odd.
How to draw a hot dog. So it teaches you how to draw a hot dog when it's supposed to look like a vagina. The 5th step is to add ketchup. And I wanted ketchup on the page, but we forgot to add it. And so, because I wanted to look like a nasty vagina with blood on it, because I really wanted a page that had a on tape to it. I just thought it would be funny, and it was just something I had in my head of like a page that had no information on it, just tampon tape to it and a cat slapped in. I thought it would be really funny.
I think that the title was very deliberate. It's sort of meant to be misleading. In my opinion, the title was meant to mislead parents into thinking that the book was helpful in any way and was going to help their children. But instead, it's just wildly inappropriate and random and useless as a book from what I've seen of it. And yet, even so, it looks like a ton of parents ended up buying it for their children, and the book went on to be a New York Times #1 bestseller. Miranda Sings also went on to be the main character in the Netflix original series Haters Back Off that ran from 2016 to 2017, but was canceled after 2 seasons. It also has very mixed ratings, but in general wasn't rated very well and has only a 50% score on Rotten Tomatoes, with a critic consensus stating Haters Back Off is bizarre, painful, and oftentimes excruciatingly funny, yet the appeal of the YouTube transport doesn't quite carry over in the longer television format. And it's so sad to me because Angela from The Office is in Haters Back Off, and they did her so dirty with it. But again, Colleen Ballinger was hailed as a role model for children. She won a Teen Choice Award and a STEWIE Award for her Miranda Sings videos.
Your choice web star comedy is Colleen Ballinger from Miranda Sings.
Which, when you win a Teen Choice Award, you are in a way held up as a role model for children. And Colleen Ballinger went on to have success outside of social media and YouTube and had a career in mainstream media. Colleen was a guest co-host on The View in 2015. The same year, she was interviewed on the podcast RuPaul What's the Tea. She starred in a Todrick Hall video, Beauty and the Beat Boots. Colleen appeared in a series of 2016 DiGiorno pizza commercials. In 2018, she appeared as the disco dancer in season 3 of the web series Escape the Night. She had a cameo role in the animated film Ralph Breaks the Internet, and she appeared in the Ariana Grande music video Thank You Next. And she made her Broadway debut in the musical Waitress as Dawn, where she appeared from August to September in 2019. In the week of Ballinger's debut, the box office grosses for the musical increased by 358,000 to 900,000 and continued to rise, going to show the massive effects of Colleen's fan base. On Halloween in 2020, Ballinger played Janet in a live stream reading of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. In 2021, Colleen voiced the role of Crandy on the Netflix animated series Centaur World. So Colleen Ballinger has accomplished a ton and has a hugely successful career. Colleen has amassed a large following, and I think a lot of Colleen's accomplishments can be attributed to her dedicated fan base, who appreciated her sense of humor and loved the character she developed. And this fan base followed all of her endeavors, whether she was Miranda Sings, Colleen Ballinger, or any other characters she would play. So, this large of a career in media, performing shows, writing books, having a Netflix show, you have to wonder, how much has Colleen made and what is her net worth? Colleen Ballinger has stated that out of all of her professional activities, she gets the most satisfaction in her career off of her live performances.
hope you smell fertile.
When she tours, of course, she has to have a crew of people, a tour bus, stage managers, and all of that. But there's also so much money to be had through performing live. Not only can you sell merch at live events, but there's a huge scale of tickets. There's some tickets that Colleen Ballinger sells that are as expensive as $200 or $300. The amount of money you can make off of live performances adds up really quickly. Colleen's tour in 2023 was scheduled to go to 20 different locations. So imagine how much she could make off of that. It's a lot. A lot of children buying tickets with their parents, buying merch at the events as well. And recently, there have been reports of Colleen selling canceled merch during her recent tour. But of course, apart from Colleen's live shows, most of Colleen's income came from her YouTube channels where she has more than 2,000 videos. She has more than 2 million Twitter followers for Miranda Sings and 1.7 million followers for Colleen Ballinger, and has been really brilliant at almost doubling her following and income by creating both the Miranda Sings accounts and the Colleen Ballinger accounts. BuzzFeed called Miranda the queen of Twitter. In 2016, Forbes magazine ranked Colleen Ballinger as the 9th highest earning YouTuber. And since 2021, Colleen Ballinger and her husband, Eric Stocklin, have streamed weekly podcasts titled Relax with Colleen and Eric on Apple Podcasts and posted them to a YouTube channel with the same name. According to Celebrity Net Worth, Colleen has a net worth of over 12 million. That is all due to her intensely loyal fan base. Even though Colleen has scoffed at the notion that she's worth that much, I personally believe she might be worth a lot more than that. With the amount of touring that she's done, being a New York Times #1 bestseller, going on multiple worldwide tours over the years, having 2 channels that have over 10 million subscribers, a Netflix show, merch, doing a Broadway show, other things she's participated in media. I mean, just off the numbers I've gathered in my head, I'm looking at other YouTubers in comparison and their net worth. I think she could be worth even more than the estimated net worth, but that's just my opinion. And why is this all so important to bring up? Because Colleen became this rich off of the devotion of her child fans. Her child fans, the children that bought her books, the children who watched her YouTube. Colleen Ballinger has been accused of grooming, manipulating, and bullying underage fans. But the thing is, the allegations that came out this year in 2023, Adam McIntyre had already tried to bring public in 2020.
Looking back as a 17-year-old, I'm just really disgusted at the situation.
But fans had suppressed through a wave of backlash and bullying against him.
It's now been confirmed that she was on a smear campaign of me.
So let's bring it back to 2020 and the original video that Adam posted. 3 years ago, I posted a video titled Colleen Ballinger, Stop Lying, in which I described the emotionally abusive end to my friendship, not a real one in theory, with YouTuber Colleen Ballinger. The video response was quickly turned against me, and I was villainized and bullied for 3 solid years, which takes a lot of bravery to make a video calling out someone that you know has tens of millions of fans backing them. So back in 2020, when Adam McIntyre made this video, Adam said he first discovered Colleen Ballinger as Miranda Sings in 2012 and instantly became a fan of her, but he was a very young child at the time. He claimed that in 2016, he and Colleen Ballinger started talking on a more personal level and became good friends at the time. Adam was 13 and Colleen Ballinger was in her 30s.
My parents started getting a little bit more cautious and were wondering why a 30-year-old was talking to, at this time, a 13-year-old.
So already, Adam was 13 years old and Colleen Ballinger was in her 30s, and there is proof of them talking on a friendship level. What? I mean, I understand being nice and polite, but to talk on any personal level beyond that? What? So in this video, Adam calls out Colleen Ballinger's toxic behavior and toxic friendship, where she discussed personal details of her life with him when he was a child.
This slowly turned into me getting private details about her divorce and what was happening with the relationship with her ex-husband.
But above all, the most shocking thing that Adam said in his video was that Colleen Ballinger sent him a minor lingerie during their friendship and when he was a fan.
In 2016, Colleen and Corey were doing a live stream and they stumbled across my Twitter account. They found my Twitter so funny that they said they needed to send me bra and panties that Corey was wearing during the live stream.
Which, as an adult looking at this, anyone can see that that is inappropriate. It doesn't matter if it's a joke. It doesn't matter if it's a mistake. There is no way to interpret that other than completely inappropriate. What had happened was Colleen was opening up clothes on a live stream, had opened up lingerie, was sending things out as giveaways, and decided to send out this lingerie to Adam as a giveaway.
Here are some clips from that live stream.
Oh my god, that makes me laugh. I want to send him something. Do you want the bra, Adam?
Do you want the bra? Tweet right now.
So I did get sent the lingerie, and immediately whenever it arrived, my parents were furious. They were so angry and they took it away. And I didn't know if they still had it, and I asked my mom, did she have it? Because she knew I was making this video. So she was looking all morning, but she did find it. So this was what I was sent. These. I don't know which way they go, but these as well. So that was a big warning sign, but because I was so young, I didn't take it.
He didn't take it because his mom took it.
Wildly inappropriate. What? In what world can you look at that and think that that's an okay thing to do?
She wouldn't just have
Adam was
regardless
a
of this
minor.
wild.
This would be weird if Adam was an adult. It still would be kind of weird because you're sending someone that you don't know and have never even met lingerie that you owned. You're sending that person, which is weird. But this is a minor that you don't know, that you've never met.
Looking back as a 17-year-old, I'm just really disgusted at the situation and confused, honestly. I've included a video that is now on private on my channel, but it is me talking about what happened whenever I met Colleen back in 2016. We had a conversation. Oh no, I remember what happened. We walked up and whenever I was hugging her, she said, "I'm so sorry I didn't bring your lingerie." Yeah, because in her live stream, she said she wanted to send me her lingerie and my parents were right behind me, so thanks for that, Colleen.
What? Why? Oh my gosh. How did no one catch this? How did we never know this was happening? While Adam's video initially went viral in 2020, the video was met with a lot of backlash from Colleen Ballinger's fans. And then the controversy died down and was seemingly silenced a few days after Colleen Ballinger released her response video titled Addressing Everything.
Recently, some things have come up that I feel like I need to address. And so I just wanted to sit down and have an honest conversation with you and address everything at once. So let's get started.
Colleen claimed it took her so long to make a response video because she messaged Adam privately.
Someone had made a video saying some shocking and hurtful things about me, and a lot of you wanted me to address it, and I didn't. I didn't address it, not because I was just ignoring it and hoping it would go away, but because when this person messaged me letting me know they were upset, I responded immediately. I was very shocked and confused. I expressed I didn't know what they were talking about.
Because Colleen had such a larger following than Adam did, this response video actually worked, and a lot of people bought what Colleen had to say at the time. In 2020, and a lot of Colleen's supporters seemed to have silenced Adam's criticisms, which now Adam claims was just a complete smear campaign by Colleen.
Like my idol, in every sense of the word, was like actively trying to take me down.
And the icing on the cake was Colleen saying in her video, "I care about Adam so much, just like I care about all my fans that I've interacted with over the years, and I wish him nothing but success and happiness and love. I feel like if you really cared about Adam so much, you just wouldn't have made a response video. You know that making a response video like this was going to send bullying, hate, harassment Adam's way. So did you really care about Adam so much? Because you knew that he was going to get targeted bullying for years after making this video. On top of all of that, Colleen claimed that the lingerie she sent Adam was just a joke.
The biggest issue that came from his video is that I sent a child underwear, and wow, anyone who heard this out of context and was offended, I completely understand, because I would be too. 4 years ago, I did a live stream, and in this live stream, I did a giveaway. I was giving away clothes that were unused, tagged still on, brand new, that I had just bought that I did not want. One of the items that was in this box was a really ugly pair of, and then this boy who made this video about me recently, he asked for the, it was so ridiculous and funny, we laughed about it. I sent them to him, he put them on over his clothes and posted about them. It was like a big joke within the fandom.
Okay, explain the joke. Explain. What is it? What's the joke? Please explain it to me. I'd love to know what you think the joke is here. So ultimately, Adam McIntyre's video was completely overshadowed by Colleen Ballinger's response video. That is until another YouTuber by the name of Cody Rants came forward about their own experience with Colleen Ballinger. And Cody's video ended up backing up many of Adam's initial claims that Colleen was acting inappropriately with her child fans behind the scenes, providing screenshots of messages that show Ballinger allegedly talking in a group chat that included both minors and adults. I did not know at the time that there were minors in these group chats. Cody said in their video titled "Why I Left the Colleen Ballinger Fandom." The video has since been privated, but has been re-uploaded and reacted to in other videos that are still live on YouTube. Cody has admitted that they were an adult while participating in these group chats. I should have done the research on this, so I want to apologize to any child who was in these group chats. I should not have been in a group chat with you. While I appreciate Cody for making this video, because it did shed light on the fact that Colleen Ballinger and those closest to her have been participating in group chats with fans who are minors and sending very, very inappropriate messages. And I appreciate Cody going public with this information. I do also feel like it's very easy to know when you're talking to a child in a group chat. I feel like it's very easy to find that information out. If you're in a group chat and you don't know the ages of people, you can ask. You can also just find out by the manner in which people are talking. And also, if you're unsure, then you can leave that group chat. If you're in a group chat and there's adults and minors, that's already very, very uncomfortable. Why? Maybe let's just not do that. But it's a whole other thing when you're in a group chat, you're unsure of the ages of the people in that group chat, and then all of a sudden, the topics of the conversations in that group chat becomes very, very inappropriate.
She was literally in DMs talking to children about sex. Are you a virgin? This is Colleen in a group chat with children. They're called the weenies. What's your favorite position?
And that's exactly what happened in the group chats with Colleen Ballinger. The messages that have been leaked with the Colleen Ballinger group chats with her underage fans have been the most inappropriate messages I have ever seen between an influencer and their underage fans. Any adult who is participating in those group chats is at fault. So while I appreciate Cody for coming forward with this information because it's vital for exposing this to light, they do have some blame in this for participating in it. In their video, Cody shared more screenshots of Colleen Ballinger allegedly asking underage fans inappropriate questions, asking people if they're virgins or what their favorite sex position is, asking people what their thoughts were when they got their first period. So Cody's video seemed to corroborate what Adam was saying in 2020. So since Cody's video has come out, Adam has posted multiple videos. The most enlightening videos being 2 videos titled "I Was Right About Colleen Ballinger" and "My Relationship with Colleen Ballinger." In these videos, Adam provides more information about his relationship with Colleen Ballinger. Adam claimed that Colleen would create a toxic environment with her younger viewers, encouraging them to bully her ex-husband, former friends, and other fans. For anyone who's a fan of Colleen Ballinger, they make fun of you behind the scenes. They make fun of your appearance. They make fun of things you do. I know because I was also with them doing it. Adam claimed that in these group chats and between their private messages, Colleen would constantly make fun of her own fans behind the scenes and even use the word squeens as a way to bash her own fans.
Squeent was a word that she used to make fun of fans that were like really like annoying and like overly just like, so that's her going, sorry to be all squeent on you.
I don't understand this psychology and behavior behind it. Why would you hate your own fans so much that you develop a term for them because of how much you hate them? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you just don't understand anyone who would like you. The biggest example that Adam used of this that really stood out in my mind is that Colleen constantly made fun of someone who got a tattoo in her honor.
We all used to, with a Sharpie and a pen, literally redo the tattoo and make fun of her and make fun of her mental health for being like, why would someone want to do that? And Colleen would partake in those conversations. Colleen would partake in those conversations about someone who loved her so much got a tattoo, and it's been covered up now anyway.
Which is horrific. And also, as someone who has tattoos, in my opinion, that's just not her place unless it's an offensive tattoo, which I think goes without saying. Other fans also corroborated that Colleen would talk poorly of other fans and badmouth fans. On Twitter, fans shared personal accounts of this happening and how Colleen would do similar things with them. In one particular incident, a fan shared a story about how Colleen thought one fan faked a chronic illness to get closer to her, and even told someone she was writing a screenplay about a fan faking an illness to get closer to a star, which is just a very deranged thing to do, in my opinion. Colleen would love bomb Adam to get him to defend her online against any backlash.
I genuinely mean that. I'm proud of you. Just bombing me with love because she wanted me to defend her on social media.
By basically continually telling him that he's special to her. Around the 30-minute mark in his video, Adam shares alleged text messages Colleen sent him, calling him her sunflower, my happiness, my everything. She would tell him that she cares about him, but now he believes that she never really did.
She didn't mean any of this. At this time, I spent my night harassing people on this gossip site for saying that she doesn't care about her fans, because look, she loves me. She loves me.
She would also get him to go on gossip sites and basically dig up whatever dirt they were saying about her and her ex-husband. She would then get him to defend her on those sites and on Twitter.
Our relationship slowly turned into me always being asked to go find drama for her, whether it was about Josh, ex-friends, or fans. And in 2016 to 2018, I was always asked to follow along gossip sites. Now, the gossip sites were talking about her ex-husband and hers relationship and the divorce. And I was very much so made to follow along with that and then feed back that information and what they were talking about.
Like her own personal online soldier, except for he was a literal child, a loyal child soldier, which is such a cruel thing to use a child fan for. I mean, that's basically what she was using him for, as a way to get gossip on what people were saying about her and then go and attack those people to safeguard her reputation online.
Gossip Garden used to bully the shit out of me because I was a kid defending her and they would make fun of everything to do with me. She didn't care that I was getting backlash. She didn't care I was getting bullied. She didn't care that I was, a kid was getting harassed online because she wasn't doing it herself. She was not the one getting the backlash.
Adam lives in Ireland, and at one point, Colleen was doing a show in Dublin. So Colleen and Adam were planning to meet up in Dublin. At the time, Adam was only 15 and Colleen was in her 30s. They decided beforehand that while at the show, Adam would participate in one of the audience segments. So Colleen and Adam decided that Adam would do the water challenge. Adam shared a clip from the show where Colleen did the water challenge with him, which involved spitting water at his face, despite him being a minor at the time.
Oh, hey, what's up? Hi, what's your name?
Adam.
Adam, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh, good talk. Okay, I like your pants. They're very invisible. What?
Just for you.
Oh, he's a flirt. So, you guys all want to be famous on YouTube? Yes is the answer. Do you want to be on YouTube?
I'm already on it.
Oh, okay. Sassy.
Can I be the new bae?
You want to be the new bae? I already have that competition. So you have a YouTube channel. Okay, what's that? I don't care. Let's see if you're actually a famous YouTuber, okay? Because we're all about to become famous YouTubers right now.
Afterwards, the initial plan was for Adam and Colleen to meet at the wax museum and spend the day together. But Colleen changed the plans last minute to just grabbing lunch together.
And then I go, my parents are so mad, and she goes, wait, are your parents coming? What's happening? I'm confused. Because the worst thing for Colleen is for my parents to be there because she can't talk to me inappropriately. And then she goes, Jesus, where are you? So literally right after that is now complaining that I'm not getting there on time, which is why they then didn't hang out with me for any longer than 5 minutes. She goes, where are you? Your lunch is here. I'm on my way.
And kept texting him, where are you? Then texted him that they were leaving the restaurant.
And then I'm like, oh my God, y'all are gonna be done. I'm sorry. And she goes, yeah, we are. LOL, I have to leave in 10 to 15, but you can walk with me to my hotel, which, by the way, was next door.
And ultimately, she left Adam completely alone in Dublin at the age of 15 after giving him incorrect instructions on where to meet her. According to Adam, it basically seemed like the whole meeting was a farce that she held over his head to get him to do favors for her, like go on online gossip forums and defend her.
So this thing that had been hung over my head for so long, for me harassing people online, bullying people online, defending her, slandering her ex-husband, this was this meeting of going to the wax museum, going to the park, and then going for food. Now I'm not even going to food with her after doing all of that for her.
And that she never really intended on spending the day with him in the first place, which is so sad. I felt abandoned in a city I did not know, Adam said. So you're probably wondering, why did Colleen Ballinger develop such a close relationship with Adam McIntyre? What was the purpose of this? Feeding him information about her personal life, telling him he's special, not like her other fans who she allegedly sometimes hates and makes fun of. Sending him personal items of hers, stringing him along, telling him that she's going to spend personal time with him. Well, another shocking aspect of Adam's relationship with Colleen Ballinger that he brought to light was when Adam spoke about the amount of free, completely unpaid work that Adam did for Colleen Ballinger when he was a child. Yes, that's right. When Adam was a child, not an adult yet, he did free work for Colleen. And according to Adam, he had done free work for Colleen from the years of 2017 to 2020 and never got credited for it. So Adam doing free work for Colleen all starts out with her saying, now that I have a child, I don't want to do any Miranda Sings work anymore.
She goes, I can't keep up with being a mom and running all my social medias and my YouTube channel, so I have to pick one, and I enjoy me more than Miranda, so I always pick that one. So this was now her saying that she was giving up on Miranda.
She already knows.
All right, y'all, that's gonna be half of this video. Remember, this mug is 2 hours long. Come back, watch the rest next time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to comment, like, and or subscribe. Twisms.